It's really great to finally meet a lot of you that I've been corresponding with for quite a while now. It's kind of ironic that the project grew out of being about this kind of immediacy and something Matt and I had been talking about. Drawing as a sort of stage between thinking and acting, and then it became this like mammoth collaboration that ended up taking quite a few years. So it was sort of immediate but slow process, and so I wanted to just thank everybody who's here that has been involved, because I'm only just meeting most of you, and but the participation was pretty crucial to the whole endeavor. And I also wanted to thank Jessica Fleischman, who really pulled this kind of unwieldy archive into this book that we're really proud of, but we also really enjoyed getting work from everybody. And so the site that you see here, some of you may have looked at already, but it really includes this ongoing archive, and so you're welcome to contribute work. And we'll continue to build on it, and we actually are receiving work as recently as last week after Sandy swept through and coincided with the passing of a great visionary architect, and inspired a designer to send us a work inspired by building some sort of protection to the New York area. And so that's all. I think you'll probably see that passing through this slideshow. So thank you all for coming and checking out the book, and we have some here to look through, and I'm going to let Matt Bua say a few words. So I hope to get a chance to talk with you all before you leave. Thanks.
Thanks. Microphone. Got my notes. I wanted to read the definition of vision from Funk and Wagnall's 1974 dictionary. It's the faculty or sense of sight, the ability to anticipate and make provision for the future events, foresight, insight, imagination, person of great vision. But then you get to visionary, it's not founded on fact. It's imaginary, it's impractical, it's affected by or tending towards fantasies, dreamy, impractical, having idealistic goals and aims incapable of realization. So the moral of that story is you can have the vision, but don't think you're going to act upon it. And then that leads me to just drawing. Always I've been drawing these pictures, and everybody else that has ever drawn a picture knows that thing when somebody leans over your shoulder and they say, "I wish I could draw." And you try to tell them they can draw, but they disbelieve you, and they go on with their life. And and then that leads me, every time you blow out that candle, I think it's only in America do you blow out the candle and keep that wish to yourself. And where the person right next to you could say, "I wish I had a red bicycle." That person next to you actually has one, just waiting to give it away, but you kept it to yourself. So the drawing thing is just the first step. It's kind of nice. You're kind of wishing out loud. You're sending it out. You get the bird, you cook it, you get the wishbone, and you have to fight over it. And only one person breaks the wish part off, and then they get to put the finger at the other person and say, "Screw you, my wish is coming true." So, what if? What is the visionary? You can just put that idea down on the paper and start telling people about it. And so that's what I'm excited about. I was asking a lot of people. I was like, "You want to come give a speech? Talk about the vision of the future. Now is the time. This Tower of Babel stuff is over. We're not all speaking different languages. It's all, the walls are just going to fall around us as we move forward. But either everyone's going to be out of town, or everyone's like, no, I'm a terrible speaker. So." The dream was, somebody's going to come up and take the mic and start talking about the vision of the future. Carrie, who I went down to Occupy Wall Street, and she was notarizing people's visions of the future. And it was interesting. She was like, "What's your vision of the future?" And they're like, "Lock all the bankers up." And I'm like, "Well, what after that?" And they're like, "I don't know." So it's good that Carrie was at least asking people about visions of the future. So, the mic might be on, but otherwise there's lots of forums to write your vision of the future. If some of the forums lying around, around, maybe I'll come back and announce it. But you know, feel free. Thanks for you guys for all coming, and thanks for having us here. And I'm excited about that book. I'm still trying to figure out everything we put in there. So yeah, come up and rib me. But thanks. Who gets this? Where does this go? All right.
But yeah, feel free to help us out. There's quite a lot of mine, so help us down it. And thank you for coming to the book as well. Thank you.
Yeah, feel free to open your own bottle. It might be